Hi, good morning. It is Wednesday the 25th, day 10 of streaming every day until I can take payouts on 20 accounts. A little bit late getting started this morning, but we got our technical issues from yesterday mostly resolved, I think. Yesterday was a little bit of a challenging day for a multitude of reasons. Okay. All right, so let's see. We got trade copier set up. We got our open range indicator back on the chart. Thank goodness. Man, we are rocketing up right now. We have 1 minute left on this 3-minute candle. We'll take a little bit of a 3-minute breakout trade. What is that? Oh. The news chart. Can't see it over there. No news today. Unless you're trading oil. There we go. How about that? All right, so there's our 18 accounts. That one account that has, I think it's down like $3. I entered a couple trades on single micros just to test things out. All right, that is a hugely impulsive green candle, which makes me a little nervous, honestly. 75-point range. That's about our 35-point mid-range kind of target there. I'd love to see something of a pullback here before it just breaks out of there, though. I'm gonna be a little cautious today because yesterday was a rough day, so we took kind of big losses all over the place. Well, strategy is to have an order there, so we're gonna put an order there. I'm gonna play around here a little bit. All right, a little bit of hesitation on the 1-minute chart, I think is healthy. We're building out a little bit of a, you can see on that 1-minute chart, building out a little bit of a flag, which is good. See what happens. I don't have an order lower, so if, okay, hello, hey, what? Oh, there it goes. Say, don't go without me, come on now. All right, it's a 100% line for $450 risk. See what happens. I'm gonna watch this on the 1-minute chart. If it looks like we're getting a little bit too much of a bearish reaction here, I will exit early just because really gotta limit risk. Okay, see if we can get a push. Let's go. All right, we're gonna trail this candle because I'm skittish. All right, so a little bit of hesitation can be good. But if we look at the 1-minute chart, we got kind of a nice wick up here. This is kind of second wick up here, so this may be a wah wah wah. Yeah, that very, very small bull flag. We may still be sort of in the process of building that out. Not really the sort of impulsive pop that we want to see. Come on, let's go. There we go. No, there's a lot of resistance right here. I'm going to be very, very cautious and get out of this early. I really don't like the hesitation here. If my accounts were in full drawdown mode to where they had plenty of cushion in them, I probably would wait it out, but can't afford to do that. Honestly, that 50 bucks is worth more. I mean, truthfully, most of those accounts had $450. Yeah, $450, give or take. I mean, if you have, so that's essentially the account's, size that you have at that point. I mean, if you have an account size of $450 and you made 50 bucks, what's the percentage on that? It's too early to do math in my head. Oh, we're still on the, there we go. What, 10% on your account? It's pretty good. So I just realized that whole trade was on the hourly chart, or the daily chart over here. That's the daily chart. You can see we're pushing up. We're pushing up on the daily for sure. Let's look at the hourly real fast. No news really today, so maybe it'll be a little bit slow. There's the hourly chart. The current hourly candle is extremely bullish. We'll wait and see how it plays out on the 3-minute chart, if waiting would have been the right thing to do. 5-minute chart, extremely bullish as well. All right, back to the 3-minute chart we go. And we're still holding outside of that 3-minute range, very, very tentatively. Haven't got any kind of a real pullback. Flip over to the 1 minute. The lines are all a little messy right now. I changed the color of when I had to reinstall everything, I changed the color of the VWAP line. So I have the white one is VWAP, and then the standard deviations of VWAP are the teal lines. So you can see one matches the 21 EMA right there, then the other one is kind of where we're at right now. All right, so we're still pushing out of that 3-minute range. We got 30-second here. We're in this channel on the 30-second chart. It's respecting it nicely. 30-second chart's respecting that 9 EMA. It's super tentative. Yeah, the initial impulsive move up right at open, and since then it kind of died out. So nothing to do now but wait. We'll see. See what happens. Like I said, it was a pretty catastrophic day yesterday. I think I ended the stream down $400 some odd per account, if I remember right, something like that. But I ended the day down about $2,000 for a variety of reasons. Trading really wasn't great, but I was also having some technical issues. There were at least 2 trades I got into where I don't know if it was my system or Trade Evade or Ninja or what the deal was, but it popped up my target order and it's popped up my stop loss order. And usually once those pop up, I kind of move them to where it makes sense to move them to. And a lot of times I'm ready to sort of take profit early on a trade. But in 2 cases, it wouldn't let me move them at all. It was giving me some kind of a weird error saying that the price had some price issue or something. And the price of the order exceeded my account allowance or some weird thing like that. And so I wasn't able to move the things, and I wasn't thinking quickly enough to just close the trades, just hit the close button. But both of those, of course, ended up being full losses, which was really more than I intended to take on those. All right, so we're getting a push. Should have held that 3-minute. Trailing candles would have had us into profit right now on a trail. Again, I don't feel bad for taking profit because it was very, very tentative at that level. And I don't have much wiggle room in these accounts, so it was the safe thing to do, I think. But I would love to see it get up there, at least to that 75% level. That's what we've seen in the last several days, has kind of been the thing. If it gets up to the 75% level and reverses, well then we can go short, but gotta wait. And it's grinding higher. It's not doing it with any kind of excitement for sure. Still moving up. Still moving up. All right, let's see. Well, the 15-minute range is closed now, and look at that, we're breaking out of the 15-minute range, so the 3-minute range is doing really, really well. There it goes. We would have made it. But I can tell you what, if this had turned around and I had not have got out when I felt like I should, I would have been very aggravated that I didn't take my profits when I had them. So definitely left some money on the table. See if it can pop that 100. See if it can pop that 100% level. I think it can. We have 13 minutes left on the hourly candle. 5-minute candle's kind of in the middle there. Let's go. One little push. What is that price? 307. There it goes. Almost. One more little reach. And there it goes. Touched. So it took a while, but it got there. Very grindy. Man. Oh, look at that. That's craziness. Good to see the trade idea work out. Okay with that for sure. Alright, let's see. Man, rock it up again. This is what it's done the last couple days. It just gets on these and gets rolling. And I mean, if you look at this 30-second chart, I mean, it's clearly just bullish here. It's had a couple little pullbacks, but nothing too dramatic. It's kind of this impulsive shift up, sideways for a minute and a half, 2 minutes, then straight back up, sideways, up, sideways, up. How far will it go? Coming up to the 9:50 macro, last 10 minutes of the hourly candle. If this pulls back here, then we're going to end up with a big top wick on this candle. If not, we're going to really rock it up here. What, do we have any levels up here? So we broke out of the consolidation we've been in. If we look at the daily chart, we have broken out of this consolidation that we've been in for the last multiple days. I mean, pretty impulsively. See if we're to put some kind of have a level up here at around 460, around 25,400, which is a nice round number 2. I mean, we've come from what, 200 right now at the open, push through 200, 400 next. Could be getting, I mean, we're still pushing strongly, hourly, everybody's green. Just would love a little bit of a pullback here. Let's see, I think I might. Let's go mark out some levels real quick. Go to the 15-minute chart. Let's go back in time a little bit. Just go 15 days, should be enough. Okay. All right, there. I'm looking for the tops of prior day highs. Kind of right there, which I actually don't like that line. Let's change it. I like dotted lines. I like 1 for the width. There we go. Let's make it bluer. Royal blue? Save that as a template. So we're gonna save it as the default. And I can just drop another one right here, this high of day. There we go. All right, one thing I did want to point out while we're here, and the 1 minute chart still pushing. No pullback, just momentum. Yesterday I started out and we had identified this gap up here. So this gap, which was from this day back here, we had the close, and then we opened lower. And I said, I'll bet we fill that. I wonder if we go up to fill that gap, because that gap had remained unfilled. Let's see, so like this portion here, right? We closed at this level, we opened down here. Or actually we opened here, it came up into it a little bit, came down, tapped it and down. So I mentioned yesterday that I thought it was probably a pretty good chance that we would get up there, and we sure did. Oops, gosh, I gotta flip this thing. Nobody's around to tell me I'm doing this. So here's the gap, the open, that high of the day. So it never filled that, or the prior day close, the high of the next day. So that's the gap. And we did get up into it. The challenge was it took a long time. It took a lot of work to get up there. But it did in fact make it. So, okay. We have the 15-minute levels. Well, really the prior day highs marked out here just so we can see it on our charts. Let's go back to the 3-minute. All right, there's a little bit of a pullback. So come on, we're in that last 10 minutes of this hourly candle. It's kind of tricky because I would like to say I would love a pullback down into here. Like if we broke this candle low down here, if we broke like 303, wick down it with a little bit of reaction, that would feel like a long to me. But I mean, there's no sort of pause in this market right now. It's just going. So I feel like any long right now is a little bit risky because you're just sort of banking on the momentum continuing. I mean, honestly, a pullback to the top of that 15-minute open range would be best because there's also a gap right there. So a test back to this level before another push higher would be probably ideal. All right, give me just a sec. I will be right back. Just hanging out there. It doesn't want to pull back, does it? Come on now. One of the worst trading conditions, in my opinion, are the slow grinds up, because Get these days where it just goes up and it never really pulls back, and it never really moves with any kind of momentum. So you got to really be super patient and just wait them out. All right, there's a pullback. That's what we wanted. See, if you had got in right there, you would be feeling a little bit, you know, if we'd gone long right up here, we would have got stopped out already. It was a nice reaction down. Didn't quite get as low as I would have liked, but it was a 30-second show. 30-second kind of shows us still inside this channel. If we break higher, that could be bullish. A little inside bar there. See if we get a little bit more of a pullback. Again, I would really love something below this 304 level. If it just taps it and reacts to it, that would also be okay, because look at that one, like one tick short. I'm just gonna hold my crosshair right there at the bottom of that candle, see what happens here. I'm gonna go ahead and place an order up here just so that I have one, so I don't have to do that later. I'm not gonna get in quite yet. All right. Actually love that reaction. That is manipulation at its finest right there. Missed it. I was too slow and I missed it. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, you see how that came down, and it literally came. Well, we'll look. See what it. 303.75 is the low of that candle. The low of this guy here is 305. Okay, so like 2 points or something, right? But it didn't come take that out, which means it did that on purpose. So a scalp from break of this candle to the top of that prior pivot would have been kind of the idea. 20 points. I mean, slow, we missed it, but what you gonna do? My hourly chart over here on the other screen is frozen, or my daily chart rather. I don't know why. Why is it frozen? Whatever. All the other ones are working, so we're just gonna ignore it. All right, well now we have a little bit of a divergence setting up. So we did create a higher high. See if we can get some continuation out of there. Actually, my other chart's frozen too. Why is that frozen? That is weird. Both my charts on the other screen are frozen. And the issues continue. All the ones over here are working, and the ones on the other screen are working. So just this one, the two charts on this one screen are froze up. Who knows? I don't get it. I don't understand. All right, we had an inside bar. Not much continuation on that. Gonna push up here. Put my lines over here on the 3-minute chart. Let me make sure those are on all my charts. There we go. I mean, we're popping up, pulling back, popping up, pulling back. So maybe we're running out of energy here. I mean, we're holding underneath our VWAP extension line. We had a nice reaction higher. We've got a divergence. I'm gonna take a short. That was weird. Very counter trend, so if it hesitates here too long, we'll bell, but gotta give it to the top of that candle. Oh goodness. Says not yet. Come on, 10 o'clock reversal. Come on, just give me a little push down. There we go. There we go. All right, if we wick off of this, I'll bounce out of here, but yeah, that's what's happening. Well, it's holding still. I'm gonna tighten up the stop. Oh, goodness. All right, well, not much energy here. Inside bar. Oh, maybe that was it. Second. It's just choppy. It's just choppy everywhere. There we go. Come on. As soon as I bell on this thing, it's gonna tank, but hey. I wanted it out, man. Thank you. Alright, now I can drop. I was expecting... I don't just want to wait here because I don't want it to pop back up. Again, I'm trading a little scared, but I would say this is probably a B trade. It was I took it because we had higher highs here. We have lower highs on the stochastic, so it's a divergence, and it is still coming down. Usually trades coming down come down faster than trades going up go up, so kind of was looking for something a little more decisive here. So the hesitation on a strong uptrend is the reason that I just belled on that one, because I mean ultimately right now that blue stochastic is embedded up, which indicates a strong uptrend on the higher time frames. Since my other charts aren't working, I'm going to change this guy over to 5 minute so I can bounce back and forth. Oh good, it didn't crash. clearly it's a big uptrend and we're just kind of bouncing around here. So let's go ahead and go with the trend. This is where it comes back down and stuffs us out. All right, so this is a green line trade, which I don't know why the price markers are right over that candle action. I need to figure out how to move that. I'm not sure. $90 is the risk, and that's what we're gonna get tagged for. Yeah. All right, we're just gonna wait it out here. See, there's that drop I was looking for off the divergence, but now we're down to oversold territory. So we'll see if we get another kind of bounce here. We'll try another long. I don't know why these other charts are not working. This is really got me scratching my head over here. One chart is totally frozen. The other chart is, well, let me manipulate it, but it's like the data isn't. It's not seeing the data feed or something. All right. All right. The much deeper pullback. This is what we're looking for off this high here. This is where it bounces. Stochastic confirms. Ay. This candle closes above the prior candle. I might consider just jumping in long. I don't want to wait though, because we seem to be grinding down, which again is really kind of unusual behavior. Usually you don't get grinds down. The grind down also seems to indicate that we are fairly bullish still. We're underneath that green line, working its way down. I mean, this is almost a little baby bear flag off of this drop here. Just gotta wait, nothing to do. Nothing to do. Can't make it do anything, you just gotta wait for it. So if you're watching my accounts closely, then you'll notice that we did lose one account yesterday. At the end of the day, I tried to save one account and didn't save it, but I had actually passed another account, and so I got that one. Paid the fee for that guy, so still at 18 accounts. One of them though is down to $56 in drawdown, so I'm not going to adjust the risk on that because that's just futile. If it dies, then it dies. So we will just copy it along with the others and see what happens. About to get a cross of the 21 and the 9. Or not. All right, so we did take out the low of this candle here. Can see this one wick down just a little bit, and then we're getting a reaction. So this is what we've been waiting for. If we get a little push up here, we'll jump in, see if we don't get a little more upside in the near term. Alright, I'm going to get in on a break of that candle if it happens. This is just really weird, slow price action. There's definitely no momentum right now. Got a wick on the bottom of this 5-minute candle as we move up here. All right, well, there we go. We're ticked in for better or worse. Maybe worse. So far it's worse. No! Definitely don't like that wick. All right, those numbers are annoying. Oh, gosh, tagged out. I was about to move it too. All right, I gotta figure out where that profit loss tags. I'm not sure how to move the profit loss numbers out of the candle way because it sits right on the candle. The displacement. -20. Wonder what that does. All right, I almost might jump back into this one. Oh, we lost that one account. Rip. Okay, I'm going to... Actually, I'm not going to do it on a... Alright, this is not a copied trade. I just want to see... I'll see if I can get those to move. They're not moving. I figure out how to get these dollar values to move to the right or the left so they're not right on the candle. Well, this is one micron account that's very healthy, so I'm just gonna let this one play out. We either make 20 bucks or we lose 30 bucks. But let's see, profit and loss tags. Alright, so the displacement didn't work. Scale justification right, left overlay. Y offset. Is Y up and down or is Y, I think Y is left to right. Maybe we should try something dramatic on this one. Let's change this to 50. Oh, that moved him like way up. That was not the right answer. Watch me end up crashing my computer here because I keep trying to play with it. Oh, now it is frozen. Ay, ay, ay. Come on. What's going on now? Oh, now we're totally froze. Well, the trade stopped out, so the market's still coming down. Oh my gosh. All right, well, this might be a short one today since I need to go probably restart everything and quit messing with it. Apparently, I have kabooshed the system. All right, so that's all we got today. So we are a little bit red at the moment, $132-ish. So I'll have to recap tomorrow when I see ya. Cut it 45 minutes short today. So hopefully your system works better than mine does today, at least. We'll talk to you tomorrow.